Throughout history, exploration and discovery have often been seen as male-dominated fields. But many remarkable women have defied expectations, breaking boundaries and making groundbreaking discoveries that have shaped our world. From the depths of the ocean to the far reaches of space, these incredible women have challenged the status quo and left an indelible mark on science, exploration, and humanity's understanding of the universe. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 most inspiring women discoverers whose contributions continue to inspire future generations. Gudrid Torbjarnardottir appears in the saga of Eric the Red and the saga of the Greenlanders, known collectively as the Vinland sagas. She and her husband Borfinnur Karlsefni led an expedition to Vinland, where their son Snorri Borfinnsson was born, the first known European birth in the Americas. Jeanne Barret is recognized as the first woman to have completed a voyage of circumnavigation of the globe. Jeanne Barret joined the expedition disguised as a man, calling herself Jean Barret. She enlisted as valet and assistant to the expedition's naturalist, Philibert Commerson, shortly before Bougainville's ships sailed from France. According to Bougainville's account, Barret was an expert botanist. Ida Laura Pfeiffer, an Austrian explorer, travel writer and ethnographer, became a famous early female traveller. Her best-selling journals were translated into 7 languages. She journeyed an estimated 32,000 kilometers by land and 240,000 kilometers by sea through Southeast Asia, the Americas, the Middle East and Africa, and made 2 trips around the world between 1846 and 1855. Though a member of the Geographical Societies of both Berlin and Paris, she was denied membership by the Royal Geographical Society in London, as it forbade the election of women before 1913. Isabella Lucy Bishop was an English explorer, writer and naturalist who travelled by herself through North America, Hawaii, Japan, Korea, China, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, India, Persia, Kurdistan, Turkey and Morocco. Alongside fellow Englishwoman Fanny Jane Butler, she founded the John Bishop Memorial Hospital in Srinagar, in modern-day Kashmir. 4. She was also the first woman to be elected as a Fellow of the Royal Geographical Society. Elizabeth Nina Sarah Mazzucchelli was an English traveller and travel writer. She published The Indian Alps and How We Crossed Them in 1876, an account of a 2-month expedition into the Himalayas. She was the first Western woman to see Mount Everest, wrote The Indian Alps and How We Crossed Them. Marie Octavie Coudreau was a French explorer from Anaïs, Charente, and author of several books on French Guiana and northern Brazil. In 1899, the Brazilian states of Pará and Amazonas hired Coudreau to explore and chart the Amazon region. Her husband was the French explorer and geographer Henri Coudreau. Augusta van Buren and Adeline van Buren sisters rode 5,500 miles in 60 days to cross the continental United States, each on their own motorcycle, completing on the 8th of September 1916. In so doing, they became the second and third women to drive motorcycles across the entire continent, following Effie Hotchkiss, who had completed a Brooklyn to San Francisco route the year before with her mother, Avis, as a sidecar passenger. Nicole Maxwell was an American-born plant researcher who specialized in natural remedies and medical herbs. She traveled the Amazon jungle gathering plants that could revolutionize the world and legitimize natural remedies as functional medicine. She reportedly amassed over 600 plants that supposedly had a variety of uses. Lady Hester Lucy Stanhope was a British adventurer, writer, antiquarian, and one of the most famous travellers of her age. Her excavation of Ascalon in 1815 is considered the first to use modern archaeological principles, and her use of a medieval Italian document is described as one of the earliest uses of textual sources by field archaeologists. Françoise Teen was a Dutch explorer in Africa who was the first European woman to attempt to cross the Sahara. She was an early photographer. Teen successfully photographed during her 1862-1864 trip up the Nile and in the Bahr el Ghazal region, making her the author of the first known views of Gondokoro, as well as of inhabitants of the areas explored.